Chapter 227. Enemies on a narrow road. No matter what, thank you for your help. Everyone had secrets. Song Hai tactfully did not ask further. He said gratefully, if it weren't for you, I would definitely have suffered a huge loss today. Even if I didn't die, my hands would probably be broken. Who asked you to act tough? The Sun family has some connections with the demonic cults. They're not simple. Song Shi reminded, even if I kill those two cultivators, you still have to be careful in the future. They may have the demonic sect's support behind them, but I have the Iron Palm sect behind me. I won't be afraid. Song Hai had a strong personality and was unwilling to admit defeat. Alright, you will also have a second uncle support you in the future. Song Shi smirked, taking advantage of me again. Song Hai rolled his eyes but wasn't angry. He said, but with a fake second uncle like you, I really do have an additional backer. Just don't reveal my true identity, or you'll attract some of my enemies. Song Shi reminded. I understand. Are you really leaving in 2 days? Song Hai was a little reluctant. We haven't seen each other for more than 3 years. I still want to hang out with you for a few days. There are some things I have to deal with. I can't stay here for long. Let's do something meaningful these 2 days while I'm still around. Song Shi's gaze turned cold. Since you want to rebuild the Song family and take back everything we used to owe, you have to take them back with interest. Today, since you killed 2 experts from the Sun family, it shouldn't be a problem for you to demand that they pay up with interest. Song Hai nodded and said with a smile, Second uncle, shall we visit New Moon Brothel? Go. You should hurry up and take over the Song family's matters. Someone is already here. Song Shi kicked Song Hai. You'll be busy for the next 2 days. They're here to return our things so quickly. Looks like they've really been frightened. Song Hai retracted his smile and walked out. Elder, someone from the Sun family is here to visit. Okay, I understand. Treat my second uncle well for me. Song Hai arranged for servants to go out and receive the visitors. Not only the Sun family, but the other people who had embezzled the Song family's assets also came to apologize. They didn't want to become enemies with the Song family. Overnight, all the people who had secretly divided up the Song family's assets returned them. Song Hai was busy the entire night. When he was done the next day, he hurriedly came to Song Shi's room and said with a smile, Your methods yesterday were very effective. You recovered more than half of the family assets in a short period of time. Most people bully the weak and fear the strong. If we're ruthless, they'll be honest. Song Shi replied. Indeed, but why do I feel that there's a hidden meaning in your words? Are you saying that you're strong and I'm weak? As Song Hai spoke, he became agitated. You're as mischievous as ever. Song Shi pursed his lips and chuckled, but I'm indeed tougher than you. I don't believe it. Let's compete at the New Moon Brothel. Song Hai let out a strange laugh. You're trying to trick me into going. Song Shi snorted. Since you want to go so badly, I'll reluctantly accompany you. Sk. I think you just want to go. Song Hai was disdainful. Let's go. I haven't gone to listen to their music for almost a year. I miss it a little. Song Shi could not help but recall the past when he went to the brothel with his fourth brother. Song Hai walked over and hooked his arm around Song Shi's neck. He winked. Seventh brother, are the women in the Yao Moon Palace really like wolves and tigers? They're much more terrifying than wolves or tigers. Song Shi could not help but think of Liu Yu. His face twitched. F***ck, you don't know, there are actually men who turn into women there. I almost lost my virginity to one. Amen. Song Gai's eyes widened. You're quite lucky with love. It's fine if women likes you, but even men likes you. Bullshit. It was a man who turned into a woman. It's impossible to tell whether he was a man or woman. Fortunately, he turned into an old woman and I firmly refused her. Haha, if he was a beautiful young woman, wouldn't you? So we can't be too casual. What if something like this happens? I don't even dare to go now. After all, the New Moon Brothel is an external organization of the Yao Palace. There might be such people in there too. Maybe you're already slept with one. Impossible. Fetwo of them played around for a while. After walking out of the room, Song Shi turned into second uncle and walked out with a serious expression. Song Hai let go of him and followed behind with a respectful expression. Second uncle, are you leaving tomorrow? Song Hai asked casually and realized that his seventh brother had stopped at the door. What happened? He sensed that something was wrong. It's nothing, someone just planted an ambush on the ground. Song Chi walked in front of a stone slab and grabbed at the air. The stone slab flipped open, revealing a yellow talisman. The patterns on it were fiery red and contained explosive power. It was a kind of explosive talisman. We've been ambushed. Song's expression changed as he looked around warily. Stand at the door for a while. I'll go out and scout the way first. Song Chi waved his hand and strode out, as if he was not afraid of an ambush. Go. A sinister voice sounded, and a figure appeared on the roof. You're surrounded by explosive talismans. I've also placed many of the Song family's people here. Where are you running to? When Song Chi saw this person, his gaze paused on the fox mask for a moment. He felt that the other party's voice was a little familiar. He frowned. Did you also set up an explosive talisman in the Thousand Poisons mountain range before? The fox mask gave Song Chi a strange look. How did you know? Could it be that you were affected by it back then? So it's you. Song Chi's eyes flashed. He thought of the first time he was buried and suffocated to death. His face darkened. Enemies are really bound to meet on a narrow road. I can even meet an enemy here. I've never seen you before. I guess you've been hit by the explosive talisman I set up. I wonder how it feels. The fox mask deliberately provoked him, wanting to find out Song Chi's background. So it's really you. There aren't many people who play this game. I didn't expect to meet you here. Enemies are indeed bound to meet on a narrow road. Song Chi muttered and repeated his words. Then he raised his hand to punch hard. Boom! A terrifying power was released, and a void distorted. With a deafening sound, the ladder was instantly shattered. Song Chi easily got another lucky draw chance. This person did not even realize that Song Chi was so powerful until he died. He was directly killed from afar. Song Hai was originally prepared to hide and avoid the explosion, but this enemy who appeared and died so quickly caused him to forget about his plan. That's it. Song Hai was stunned. Why do I feel that he was actually quite powerful? Has just another old fox. Song Chi pursed his lips. With a wave of his hand, stone slabs flew up one after another. There were explosive talismans stuck to the bottom of each stone slab. There were even explosive talismans in the underground and walls of the Song residence. With so many explosive talismans, they could level the Song residence to the ground and even threaten golden core life forms. When exploded, Song Hai felt his scalp go numb. Damn it, I was so busy collecting the family assets last night that I didn't even notice that there was an ambush laid out. Song Hai cursed. At this moment, a portion of the explosive talisman lit up, and destructive power spread. Song Hai stopped cursing and said, in shock, what's going on? Isn't it? It should be a backup plan. For example, if he dies, it will still explode. Song Chi slapped the ground hard and shook his hand. All the explosive talismans that lit up were bounced into the sky. In an instant, they were more than 100 meters away. Rumble, a string of fireballs appeared in the air and connected like fireworks.